Ooh. Happy Halloween, everybody. I am Purple Beard Man. Somewhere around here is Dancy Bearded, who is a co-host of this show. And this show is The Doctor's Orders by Dr. Nick's Amazing Man Stuff. As you guys come in, especially in Halloween, give it a little spooky thumbs up. If you want to share this out, give some people a smile today. I promise it will make their day a little bit brighter. This is a show where we get to know this company and the people behind it. Speaking of the people behind it, normally I'm joined by a doctor of time and space, a businessman, a mogul, you name it, he's got it. A tattoo connoisseur, a craft beer guru, a East Coast worldwide live in Hawaii to Florida to the Massachusetts, everything covered. Whoo! But today we have a Viking, and I cannot wait to hear about this costume and some experiences in there. Viking Nick, how are you doing?
Doing really well. I like Dr. Nick's chair, and I like all of his stuff.
Okay.
I think maybe I'll keep it.
You're just going to take it?
Yeah. Well, that's what we do. I came here on a
pillage?
large boat. I took other people's stuff. I then called it mine, and no one chose to question me. So here I am.
Do you have the blood of your enemies in beard today?
I mean, clearly. That's what keeps it. That's what keeps it strong and fulfilled.
Now, for everyone out there, there's a little cute girl named Violet that came in before the stream, distracting us and not allowing us to get ready. And I have not even been able to ask you yet. It says Viking Nick in Jilly Wise, and there is an empty spot next to you. I did plan on having Jill on stream today, but I do understand things happen with costumes and getting ready, and it can be a big deal on stuff. Nick, what is going on?
I don't know. Girls, they take a long time to get ready. And whenever you ask them about what's happening while they're getting ready, they get less ready. So, I don't know. Give a little knock on the floor.
Okay, Jill, I don't know if she cut it off or told them to stop, and I can see the green room. All right, Nick is still there. Okay. All right, well, let's see. Maybe Sir doesn't like Jill. Yeah, maybe Jill's helping with Sir. I'm not quite okay, Nick is okay. I think I can bring him back. He's giving the thumbs up here. And Jill cut the internet, Botanico. Yeah, and yes, I don't think she wanted to be talked about her getting ready process and stuff, but let's go ahead and see. Yeah, maybe Viking Nick got hit. Yeah, could be. Okay, we are here. Bye, Felicia. Dennis. All right, he's looking like he's good to go here.
Yeah,
all right, Nick.
I don't know what the hell that was. I knocked on the floor, and then next thing you know, it was just blank. I don't know what the hell happened.
Nick?
What?
Oh,
Jesus.
Hi guys, I'm here.
There's my beautiful clown.
Would you like a balloon?
Oh my gosh. I legitimately, and guys, I've hung out with Nick and Jill. I've seen them every week for over a year now. Legitimately cannot tell that that's Jill. Wow.
You know what's funny is she came downstairs on Saturday for a Halloween party, and she comes downstairs and she's like, "Give us a kiss." And I was like, "Okay."
Yeah. Sure.
Sure. Get right on that with running.
Now, Jilly wise, is Halloween your favorite holiday?
It's my favorite day of the whole year.
Wow. So more than your birthday, more than Christmas, more than it. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
That is amazing. And I'm excited. Now, if you guys have questions for Viking Nick, well, if Pennywise consumes Viking Nick, I think she becomes a Viking.
I think that's her plan.
Yeah.
Ultimately.
It kind of seems like it. So
yeah,
if you guys
likely.
Halloween questions, today's the perfect time. This is Nick and Jill's thing. This is Jill's passion, and it's very eerily similar to my family. My wife Sam is super into Halloween. My daughter, and I know she's into Halloween because she tells me, "Hey, I'm going to go get a coffee," and comes back with decorations. "Hey, I'm going to go fill up the gas tank," and comes back with decorations. no matter
this is
when
why
she
we're
leaves.
friends.
Yeah. She came back like yesterday with like a skeleton hand holding a phone that's just like a display. I'm like, where are you planning on putting that? She's like, I don't know. We got to have a good spot for it. It's like, okay, cool.
You can always find a spot for it.
Welcome to my world, dude. And you think it's bad now? Wait until all of it is half price next week.
Oh,
That's when the real Halloween shopping starts.
Oh, I know. And then, and then it's saving for next year, but then sometimes it doesn't magically fit into the plans next year.
Yeah, beards and vinyl. You know, she said dress up for Halloween, and I totally missed the boat because I just wore my Wednesday outfit, which you guys don't normally get to see since we do this on Tuesdays.
That's true.
But
that is true.
It was funny. We had people show up for the Halloween party on Saturday, and they're like, oh, what? You tell everyone to come in a costume and you don't have to wear one?
Right. Yeah, you just showed up.
I was like, yeah. I decided to go costumeless, go to my native roots.
Feel comfortable. And
although the pants I ordered for Saturday very much looked like, Mac from It's Always Sunny.
Yep.
And when he always tries to get tough in like a pirate or like a tough guy outfit, or maybe he dressed up like Nightman, These pants were not Viking pants. They were literally like laced down the side on the calf, like Catman pants. I looked like a half pirate, half. What did I look like? I was like half pirate, half Viking, half Mac from It's Always Sunny.
You almost looked like you were on stage getting ready to perform.
I was just gonna say you look like a theater major that dressed up as a Viking.
That's basically it. Yeah, exactly. All I was missing was like I didn't go full leotard, but
there you go. Now
Purple Beard Man is back.
Yeah, Purple Beard Man is back. We are here, baby. That beard grew too. You see this thing?
Dude, look at that thing, man. Look at that. It's like that beard's got a baby.
Yeah, I've been growing for nationals. I think I'll do well. There is no transparency here.
The Northman comment.
Yeah, I like the North.
And the other question that popped up: Did Nick or Jill braid the beard? Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, I did this all by my lonesome.
There you go.
You know what I do? It's gotten to the length now where it was easier to braid when it was short, and then it got to a point of being long where it was a little unwieldy. And then I figured out a good trick. What I do is I make my parts, with my little comb, and then I throw one side over the shoulder. I throw the other side over the other shoulder.
Wow.
And then I can worry about the middle, and I pull each piece back in as I need to. Straight over the shoulder beard braiding.
That's like literally like a flip over the shoulder.
Just like a whoop, there goes that side. Whoop, there goes that one. And then I can just braid them independently. I can mess with all the hairs, and I don't need to use hair clips anymore. Oh, it's so much easier.
That's so good.
So everyone that's like, oh, I wish I had an easier time braiding my beard, just grow it longer.
Easy, right?
It's easy. And apply length and problems go away.
So easy.
Too many Grimace shakes. Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Too many Grimace shakes.
You need some popcorn and cotton candy.
So for tonight, this is the first year that Jack wants to do trick-or-treating with his friends, and we live in a very safe neighborhood that we agreed to it. So I finally get to do my favorite thing, which is chase children down the street. So I'll have plenty of popcorn and cotton candy tonight.
You forgot your popcorn.
Yeah, set the scene for me. What's it like when they come up? How are you acting? I legitimately want to know.
Oh, I'm going to be standing with my balloon. I know most of the kids in the neighborhood, so I'm either going to address them by their name or everyone will be Georgie and Richie to me. And then I'm going to see how many. I have a dozen balloons at home. I'm going to see how many I can hand out.
Would you like a balloon?
Would you like a balloon? And then I plan on the ones that don't want it. I'm going to follow them.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
I'll get it.
We got a couple of the Grimace Shake comments.
This is what happens when you don't wear a beard bib and you consume Grimace Shakes straight from the cup with no straw.
I heard they leak. Yeah.
And they're staining. That purple dye they use, stuff doesn't come out.
Yeah, no, this actually gives me a little bit of bad memories back during the 1 days, where we had to put something over or we were highly encouraged to put something over our face.
Back when we were all brushing our teeth 4 times a day.
I thought we all promised to forget that.
Yeah, I'm trying real hard, but it's almost like PTSD coming back right now. I literally can feel, because this is around, I can feel the wave starting on the side of my beard.
Oh, the wave. And the
worst.
bump, the chin bump, and the ear wave.
Unreal.
Oh, those masks could not go away soon enough.
Now, it was bittersweet for the beard industry, actually, because it gave a lot of guys a chance to grow out a beard, whether working from home or hiding under a mask when they weren't brave enough to do it before. So there was some good in it for us, but still, it is, it was
2 steps forward, 1 step back.
Yes.
We had some fallout.
Another thing is Saturday. Our stream next week is going to be all about this. But Saturday, Nick and myself, we're going together. We are going to the U.S. National Beard Competition, the biggest competition in the United States of America and the second biggest competition in the entire world. Nick is competing, and I am an official judge, and it's going to be an officially amazing time. And BK is going to be there. He said Saturday is going to be amazing. Looking forward to meeting you guys, getting the beard trim Thursday.
Heck yeah. Oh, I love that. You know, if it wasn't so heavy and sweaty, I would strongly consider going on stage with the Viking helmet on.
Right. There's some strategy to that too, for sure.
There might be.
Yeah. And also, and Nick is going down earlier than I am. Nick, I'll have to get you the details. They are going to attempt, and they will, but they're going to break a Guinness Book of World Record for longest beard chain.
I saw that.
I
was thinking about shooting over for that on Friday.
For sure. They broke it last year, and now they're trying to one-up it again this year.
Oh, man. Well, I'll be able to add on a good, 22 inches either direction. So
Right. And then you will literally have the ability to get one of the Guinness plaques to have as a world record holder.
Really?
They did it last year. Yep. So anybody that participated, you had to pay, I think it was like $15 or something. And they send you an actual framed Guinness World Record.
I was unaware.
Yes, 100%. They even had the guy there measuring and doing legitimate, like making sure it's real.
Oh, that is fantastic.
I know. And anybody can be involved. That's on Friday night.
Oh, that's so cool. So that way I could say I'm a doctor of time and space and a Guinness Book of World Records holder.
Wow.
Yep.
True. Oh, I like that a lot.
True. And yes, X-Ray, aka Paul, he is going to be there on Saturday as well. I see BK asking. So yeah, he's going to be there, and he's super pumped.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, I'm so sad I'm missing it.
It's going to be so much fun. This is going to be great.
It really is.
Last minute, say screw it, come down with me.
I don't know. I might be last minute doing Bill Burr and at the Garden.
Oh, really?
Beard comp, Bill Burr.
I don't know. Game time decision might happen here, guys.
And Bill Burr in Boston.
Yeah.
That's tough to pass up.
It is.
It kind of is, isn't it? And
you got to hear him rant about Philly and just, oh man.
It'll be so good.
Did you see it's either old dads or older dads with him and Dave Chappelle? Oh my God. So funny. So funny.
We literally can't talk about any part of that movie on this stream without fear of like literally the backlash of everyone on the internet.
Right.
So good. If you guys haven't seen it, go watch Older Dads on Netflix.
Yes.
It's so funny.
It's like I even said on Saturday night to somebody, I was like, oh my God, it's so funny. It's the funniest, most woke satire movie ever. And they're like, most woke satire? What do you mean? And I was like, oh, don't start with me right now.
Yeah, right.
And they're like, why is woke funny? And I was like, I'm walking away.
Yeah, yes, it is.
Yeah, I'm walking away. I'm not
Yes,
answering that question. You might be recording me.
Yeah, right. No, I love comedians pushing the bounds of like stretching cancel culture and sensitive. Like we need to have that outlet. You need to be able to joke about something and say it's a joke.
You do. And that's where I always found South Park so like invigorating, because they literally didn't think it was okay to make fun of anything unless it was okay to make fun of everything, because then you're picking sides, right?
Correct.
And I really like that strategy. Like if everything is a joke, that means you're not picking on any one group. Anything is fair game.
And people
100%.
forget that comedy started as giving like a chance to like get over the things we're so miserable about and to like really cope with like things that are extreme, things that are sad, things that are, like people forget that. And comedy can't be funny unless it's got like it hits a raw chord,
Right. And we know comedy can heal. Like that's
it
real.
Can.
Like the laughs, the joy, like it can heal. And so,
it can.
And I love this question from BK here. Now, I put it away, but this was freaky. So the last question of this or that last night was The Exorcist or The Shining. And it was my first like Halloween anything. I'm not kidding you. It's on camera. You could see the door closed and everything. As I'm asking that question during this or that, this hat here, the second hat, out of nowhere, no one's around. It was like 11 o'clock at night. Literally, boom, fell on the ground out of nowhere.
What?
That's
it was
amazing.
when I asked about The Shining and The Exorcist.
Dude, that is awesome.
Man, if anybody was in here last night, like, drop a comment if you remember that moment, because it literally sent chills up my whole body. And I'm like, that's what I asked about it and then drop. And I've never had a hat drop in the history of my 5.5 years of streaming.
That is freaking hilarious.
We had a similar thing happen at our party on Saturday. So we throw a Halloween party. I like to Heidi Klum myself and throw a big party for all our friends to come to. And our friend was telling a story about being at a baby shower that day that had a Halloween theme. So the last question in baby trivia or baby bingo or something like that was, what was the most popular Halloween costume in 1988? And everyone was guessing G.I. Joe, Madonna, and all of that. And my friend goes, no, Beetlejuice. And I'm not kidding you. The back door opened and my friend Alyssa was in head to toe Beetlejuice. And she walks in.
And she didn't hear the conversation beforehand. There was no way she could have. There's music playing, everything.
Everyone screamed, she only said it once.
Wow.
Perfect.
Yeah, see, like I saw the hat fall. It was really, really, really freaky.
Dude, that's nuts, isn't it?
Roger was there. That was creepy. It was unreal. Like, it was so crazy. Yes.
Well, Sam might have taken a little Salem home with her when you guys are up here.
Right.
Brought
Jason
home a
was
little
in there.
creepy.
Yeah, he said on the left side of the camera, you can see it on the ground after it fell. Yeah, it was really bizarre. Like,
dude,
so bizarre. All right.
It's super
My
creepy.
horror movie or series, I have to have a little disclosure here. Sam does not watch scary movies. She refuses to. She cannot. It haunts her. She can't sleep.
It's like me with sad movies.
Yeah, right. And so
I don't
get to watch these unless I watch it by myself. Now, if I were to sit down and watch one for like entertainment, enjoyment for myself, it's not just for Jill, but I would pick it. I really enjoy them. And I may be going against the grain here. I like the new ones. I really enjoyed them. Tim
Curry's amazing, but something about Bill Skarsgård, I'm going to hack his last name. It's just, I think he did Tim Curry quite, he clapped pretty hard. He did it justice.
Yeah.
That was great. Chapter 1 and chapter 2 were both really good.
For sure. All right. But what about you guys? Favorite horror movie or series? I know this is probably tough.
Oh, no,
it's so tough, but.
So it's super tough. And actually, I don't know if this is because of recent relevance or not, but I actually do have somewhat of a new favorite that I discovered this past year. And after rewatching all of them now, I can safely say I think it's my favorite series. And it's my favorite character, I think, that's ever been in a horror movie, too. It's got to be the Terrifier series with Art the Clown. So it's 2 series, actually. You got the Terrifier and you got Hallows Eve.
All Hallows Eve.
Mm-hmm. So Terrifier and All Hallows Eve, both those series, there's a couple of each of them. And they both star the same character, which is Art the Clown, who's a silent clown who never makes a noise for the entire series. But it's got to be the most brutal, probably the most gory, in a lot of ways, horror movie out there. Like, it's just full of blood and guts and gore and terrible, terrible things happening to perfectly nice people.
Oh, see, I like it because there's not a whole lot of that in the It movies. Like, I can't watch Saw or any kind of like torture movie.
So before this, Saw was there for me too. I'm not all about the torture ones usually, but before this, just so everyone knows what existed before I found Terrifier, it would have had to been Evil Dead. So Evil Dead, Ash was my favorite hero and villain combo of any horror movie. Bruce Campbell is the man, and I think Bruce Campbell probably does just the best job ongoing, not only from the original, but then he also plays the reboot and I think he almost kills it better in the reboot than he did in the original.
Wow.
Fight me. And so I'm thinking it's got to be Terrifier with a short classic following of Evil Dead for me.
So I love Thrasher films. I love them. But if you want to go to like my favorite horror movie, it's because it's what started it all for me. And it was in the 3rd grade. My mom definitely let me watch that stuff kind of young. I'm going with True North's pick. I love the Halloween series. I really do. The original one didn't have a drop of blood in it. It was so low budget. They had 2 pumpkins for the whole movie that they had to move around the entire movie.
Yeah, did you guys know that when they shot Halloween, they shot it in July? So when they went around to go find pumpkins as props, they literally could find 2 in the entire like vicinity of where they were shooting. So they had to use the same 2 damn pumpkins the whole movie.
I did not know that.
And it was also the only classic horror movie that did not have one single drop of blood in it.
Yep. There's no blood in the first one at all.
Okay. I feel like that's going to come up on a trivia competition at some point.
Oh, it will. Write that one down because you're gonna get something out of it someday.
That's a good one. Okay. All right. Yeah, I can definitely see that. Now, what if you're going this weekend and Jack says, I want to watch a scary movie with you guys. What are you pulling out? What's like the one that you're watching with the family that's enjoyment? And he's fully old enough to watch it. I know you guys don't shelter him, so I'm not saying that like a kid way, but you're sitting down this weekend. You guys are going to watch for enjoyment. What are you pulling out?
Well, we already watched Saw. And
did he like it?
And he's seen Scream. We watched It Chapter 1 and 2 yesterday.
Nice.
But Jack really wants to see Five Nights at Freddy's this weekend. So
the kids are all about that. There's like a video game or something.
Something like that. He doesn't play the game, but his friend's really into it. So
yeah, they all talk about Freddy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a real, like, I don't know anything about it. It's a real, I know the character, I know the face, but it's a movie.
It is a movie now. Yeah.
Okay.
So it comes out, I think, Friday.
Ah.
But yeah, Jack and I will go see it while you guys are hitting the Sunshine State.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
that's true.
dude. I cannot wait for this weekend. This is going to be
Sean
absolutely awesome.
That they used trash bags full of colored leaves and they had to pick them up after each scene.
They did.
And
the mask.
Yeah.
Michael Myers mask. Does anyone know where that came from?
Oh, yeah.
There's a good trivia question.
That's a great trivia question. The mask that Michael Myers wore, who was it a mask of?
Is it a goal? Like, is it an actual goalie?
No,
that's Jason.
I'll give you a hint. It's a face of a famous actor.
Oh, okay. The chat all knows. So it's William Shatner.
They got it. Yep. It was Shatner. That was a William Shatner mask, Halloween mask.
That they dyed the hair and just painted it.
What was it for?
So for Michael Myers, for his mask, they didn't know what he was going to be wearing. So the guy had a few bucks to go down to the Halloween store and find a mask.
Gosh.
And he went in there. He's like, something about William Shatner just looks into my soul. So he brought it home and they just dyed the hair and painted it.
Wow.
So that is beam me up, Scotty.
And talking about scary situations, Dan and Nick in Florida, what could go wrong?
Yeah. All sorts of things.
Right. I told everybody on last night, I said, my plan is to not make the Florida Man headlines, Florida Man Mondays. Like, I don't want to. And then somebody, to be fair, said, Dan, I don't think anybody plans on making those headlines. Okay. All right. That's a good point.
Nobody plans on making those headlines, but I feel like the people who do end up with those headlines don't plan to not be a headline.
Right. They're not consciously going in saying, I will not do that.
Yeah, exactly right. Like, all I know is that Rick is not allowed to come out at any point, because then Rick will definitely make Florida Man Monday.
Yes. Will Nick be there? Yes. We are going together. It's going to be an amazing time.
Heck yes, sir.
Yep. So come on out, get some pictures with us. I want to get so many pictures with so many people and situations, and especially Nick on stage. Paul wants to know, what category are you competing in?
I will be competing in full beard, groomed, 18 to 24.
Perfect.
That's where I'm going to be. And it looks like I am the last group to go, or the second to last group to go on, because they got like the full beard running order. and it's basically full beard is
My
the
size.
last category, and they are doing, I think, maybe freestyles after that. But
Okay.
they have basically then it's like by length, where like the last or second to last, and then it goes by length, and I'm the second to last length category. So basically
Okay.
at the very end of the run.
They know what they're doing. They want to save the the biggest ones for last.
That's it.
That makes sense. And Mark, actually, last time we went, we did see a couple of gators in the wild. So me and Sam checked that off our list. We were finally able to see them. So that was good.
Oh man.
And Scott says, I just need to say, I love Nick's beard braided like that. It looks awesome. That's truly my beard goals, to grow it out and to be able to rock a Viking beard.
Oh, dude, right on. Thanks, man. I like it like this too. And it does keep it out of the way, which is nice. I don't grab it as much or catch it in my laptop bag strap as much. Makes it a lot more manageable.
And how often would you say you braid it?
I bun it more than I braid it.
Right.
Because it's like I like it down. And if I ever can't have it down, I'm typically just throwing it up quick in a bun.
Okay.
But once, I braid it like this once in a while. Like once in a while, I think to myself, like, oh, if I'm going out somewhere fancy, maybe I'll braid it to look a little cleaned up. And then I do it and I'm like, it's not a good look for me right now. And then I undo it. So It's not that often, to be honest with you.
All right. That's
But but every time I do it and then I end up keeping it, I end up liking it. So I don't know why I don't do it more.
Yeah, I'm going to say we're going to have to push your comfort zone on that, because I do think it's a really cool look. And I would like to see that what is that, a top, a shirt, what would we call that?
I don't know. Well, I have the fur thing that kind of goes over everything. And then I got the leather chest plate, and then I got a shirt.
See, I can, on day to day, we can sacrifice the leather in the shirt, but that fur needs to become more common.
That's what I'm kind of thinking. Maybe just bring back Viking fur.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe that needs to be a hashtag. Hashtag bring back Viking fur.
That might be taken a couple ways, but yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna take it back.
Good luck, Doc. And,
dude, thanks, guys.
We have BK. He is in full groomed 3 to 6 inch, and
Heck
Paul
is
in full groomed 6 to 12 inch.
Hell yeah!
Awesome. Jacked up. Are you going to be there? He's in the competition world as well, so that would be really cool if he's able to make it.
Oh, dude, that's so cool getting to be in this with like a bunch of our people, man. We're gonna show up in force.
We're gonna meet so many people too. It's gonna be so cool.
Let me ask you guys a question. Who is competing on Saturday that does not have a Dr. Nick's hat and would like to wear one for the competition? Because I'll bring you one.
Love that. So
if you'd be willing to wear one of our hats on stage, and if you win, give any thanks to what we've done for your beard, I will bring you a hat for free, and I'll freaking sign the under part of the bill if you want me to.
That's so cool. I love that.
Let me know.
Yeah.
Let me know.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to compete, but a little far. Yeah, totally understand. Now, they do competitions all over the country all year, so keep an eye out. If you search like beard competition calendar, it's a really good resource that's put on by the people putting on the competition. Oh, that's a bummer, Jacked Up. No worries, man. Totally understand. All right, Nick, you have a helmet on. Tell me about it, and then share a story about that helmet.
This helmet has tasted blood. Spoiler alert for the story. So, funny enough, this helmet's actually pretty beefy. It's got like leather horns on it. Like these things are all like leather with wood underneath them. And okay, X-ray. Keep track of this, Dan. So we got leather horns. It's metal clad. So the whole thing is all metal, and it's got like these side protectors here. We got like the back Mongolian neck guard, which makes it impossible to look up. You can't look up. If you were being attacked by a large bird as a Viking, you would actually be in really big trouble, because you can't look up to defend yourself. You'd be done for. But oddly enough, I got this thing one year. I think maybe it was for Halloween. No, it might have been for like a Renaissance fair.
I was gonna say, I thought it was
for King Richard's maybe. Yeah. And so I went on Amazon and I started looking at Viking helmets, and all of a sudden this random, sold by so-and-so listed on Amazon had these like, you see these Viking helmets, they're plastic, or they have like some like metal coating, and they were like $20, $50, $40. And all of a sudden I see one for like $240. And I was like, well, that one must be better than the rest of them. So I checked it out and I took a leap. At King Richard's, they sell these things for $1,000 because someone makes them by hand in the States, like some metal worker, which I'm sure are fantastic. $200 or so out the door. And this thing has lasted for like 10 years now. I keep it in my garage so it gets a little rusty. Like you got like this rusty patina on the thing, which makes it way cooler. So anyway, I've had this helmet for years. I bust it out whenever it's appropriate. And I had some friends that were touring, and the band that was touring is called Battlecross. And I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the metal band Battlecross. The singer Kyle's got a sweet long beard. And so my buddy Don is their bass player. And so he's like, and I show up wearing the Viking helmet. Why? I don't know. And so Don's like, dude, you have got to let me borrow that helmet to wear on stage. He's like, I need to do at least a song with that helmet on. And I was like, go for it, man. Careful. It's heavy and it's made out of metal. And he's like, perfect. So he gets on stage. They get through like the beginning part and they get into like the chorus of one of their songs that's pretty heavy, like a breakdown part. And he starts headbanging while he's playing his bass. And the helmet slips forward while he's headbanging, bangs into his nose and breaks the whole bridge of his nose open like bad. And he just starts gushing blood everywhere. So he's on stage headbanging. There's blood dripping down the front of his bass. It's getting on his strings. And he just played the rest of the set with the Viking helmet on, covered in blood, handed it back. It was all bloody. And and there was so many photos of that show. Like there was a couple other photographers there. And there was just so many shots of him like crouched down, like trying to see his strings through the blood in his eyes. Like
but it works though. Like that makes so much sense.
It made total sense. And so he, in between two songs, he went and took it off and toweled his face off and threw back on a brimmed hat. But it was pretty good. It got pretty gory.
Little liquid bandage on there.
Yeah. Exactly. That is pretty metal. Like that's about as metal as it gets.
I mean, it was pretty metal. Like,
man. So Jill, I know this is not easy to do the makeup and to get decked out. This is what you're rocking tonight. Do you just sustain this through the rest of the day or how's your day looking?
Oh, my favorite part of Halloween is like the drive around during the day. Like I'm going to go get a coffee later.
We're going out to lunch after
I'm going out to lunch. It's been me since 10 this morning. It's going to be me till 10 tonight. So
that's amazing.
And I'm not going to leave her hanging. I'm definitely going out to lunch with the Viking helmet on and eating lunch at our restaurant that's right here next to our office, full Viking.
So we have to take the back roads to the office. So I was kind of bummed I didn't get to like get any like, on the way down here. And just as I go to turn into the office, some guy drives by and he's like, yes,
that's so good.
Nailed it.
And you got to be like in full character at all times, like walking in and at the light, just, full character.
Mm-hmm. I let someone go and I was like,
that's perfect.
Banana Goats said, have you ever heard of Slaughter of Prevail? Some of these guys.
Slaughter to Prevail is
insane.
Alex the Terrible is the man.
So brutal. They're a Russian band.
Interesting.
Yep, they're a Russian band. Their lead singer's name is Alex the Terrible, and
he's fantastic. He's not terrible
awesome.
At all.
He's not terrible at all. He's great.
That is awesome. That's all I love hearing about it because it's like a foreign language to me. Like I don't know any of these people, any of these things, but it's such like a cool culture.
Oh, it is. It's awesome, and it is a culture. It's just like this. It's a community. Right. It's fantastic.
Yeah,
like,
that's great.
It's just like one of those things. Like we were watching Lamb of God when they were up here a little bit ago, and we brought Jack to see him.
Oh,
and he's we're like in the mosh pit area and it gets a little thick for Jack. So I had to extract him. So I got him like this and I'm like pulling him through the crowd of people and Jill's in front of us and we get through and it's all these guys just going nuts. These, big dudes and all this tough guy crap going on. And then Jack and I stumble. So it's like right in the middle of this big pit. And we both fall to the ground and I got Jack like this. So I'm like holding his shirt and I fall and I take him down with me. And then instantly, just like any good metal show, a circle forms, 6 people grab under your shoulders and pull you up and pat you on the back and help you back out to where you're going. It's like everyone stops what they're doing to make sure everyone's okay. And it's like, even in the thick of people going crazy at those shows, I mean, it's a community before it's a concert, you know?
That's amazing. Now, okay. All right. Now, Jill, do you get in on the pits, the mosh pit?
Oh yeah, I always get yelled at for crowd surfing because I never know when to stop. I'm like, hold my phone.
Yeah, Jill's always running over. She's like, hold all my stuff. I'm going crowd surfing. So she runs over and then like taps someone on the shoulder.
Oh yeah,
and, like,
I'm
points
short
up.
enough that I'm like, uppies, give me uppies.
Yeah, she's like a little girl in a crowd, like uppies.
So when we went to Blue Ridge, I had to. I had never seen Acacia Strain live, and I was like, I'm going up, and I did.
That's so interesting. Yeah, that's such a foreign concept to me. And so you had to take Jack and Jill up a hill, and Jack fell down.
Jack went right down during Lamb of God. Yeah,
sure did.
Otto says, I feel like Lamb of God's been around forever.
So there's a woman you need to follow, and all of you, if you're a metal fan, need to follow on Instagram. Her name is Metal Nana. Our friend is her grandson. He did photography for our wedding. He's a really amazing photographer. But this woman is wild. She's got to be in her 80s at this point.
Oh, she's got to be in her 80s.
And she rocks out to Lamb of God. And there's a photo on her Instagram where Randy Blythe is arm in arm escorting Metal Nana backstage to the Lamb of God show. And I'm like, goals. This is going to be me when I'm older.
Yeah, there's like this video that Tom took walking behind his grandma, and there's Randy Blythe sitting there arm in arm with his Nana walking past all the tour buses behind some arena. And he's like, come on, Nana, let's get you a good spot to watch the show.
That's amazing. Amazing. And yeah,
dude, yeah. They're awesome. You know, I got a good Lamb of God story. We were, I was doing photography one time for Guarbecue down in Virginia, you know, which is where Lamb of God is from, also in Richmond. And the festival's getting all set up, and there's like no one in yet. You know, it's just staff. Everyone's kind of riding the golf carts around, getting everything ready to open the gates. And all of a sudden, I start hearing Lamb of God playing. I start hearing the Redneck song playing. And I was like, maybe just piping music through the PA, testing sound. And I go over, and there's the big, you know, the big stage at the festival, big empty pit area. And there's Lamb of God doing their sound check. And so I'm sitting there with like my water, and I'm like looking around like, is anybody else going to come listen to this? And I was like, nope, guess not. So they went through like 3 full songs doing their sound check. And it was just me standing there out in the field listening to them. There was like another sound guy over there and like a beverage guy behind me. And then just me standing there with my water. Like, I wonder if anybody else hears this and why they're not over here watching it.
Now, were you being
I got
chill?
my own little like 3-song private Lamb of God show.
Were you being chill, or were you like rocking out?
I was kind of in awe, to be honest with you, because like, you know, it was like in between singing, Randy would be like, he'd be giving the sound guy notes of what he's hearing in his monitor, and they'd like stop playing guitar for a second and then like start slowly playing back into the mix of whatever they were playing with. And it was like a side, it was a side of them I've never seen before. So I was literally just standing there like,
that's so cool. That's so cool.
Awesome.
And Mark says, we really need to get Dan out to a metal festival sometime. The footage would be gold.
Dude, we need to, because you'd be in love too. You'd get such good vibes from the whole thing. You'd be like, I had no idea that's what this was all about.
I didn't, because the idea of a mosh pit, it doesn't scare me, because I'm a very physical guy. I played water polo for 8 years at a super high level. My sport was made on like hitting people and hurting people as part of the game. Like, and I don't mind confrontation, but that just like, is there never people that take it too far? Like,
there's always someone that
there
takes
is,
it
but
too
they get
far.
ejected pretty quick.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like, it's like a self-healing thing. Like, you know, everyone's there because they like a certain vibe. And then you'll get one guy that wants to be a tough guy or be an idiot or do something. And those guys just get pushed out.
Okay.
I feel like they get taken out before they do any damage.
Okay,
They do.
that's good. Because I would have a tough time with those guys. Like,
No, those guys get out pretty quick.
because there's a line between like, you know, doing the whole thing, and then like I've seen the ones where they're just throwing fists at people's face with backhands and kick into the face and stuff.
No, get those guys out of there.
Okay. All right. That's good to hear. That's definitely good to hear. But I want to go. I don't listen to the music, but I love every kind of culture and experiencing them. So
It's the energy that you'd like.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what you'd get pumped on.
And so, Mark, knowing Nick and I's relationship, I have a feeling this will happen sooner rather than later.
Yeah. That's going to be a thing.
Yeah. Yep.
There's either going to be one out your way that I go to and bring you, or there's going to be one out our way that I'm like, dude, you got to come out.
Right. Now I got to check this here. I did not G squared before this, but I'm assuming he's referring to my Facebook group. And here is Brian Carter, who is a legend. Now,
so do you remember this game? Is this from the game?
I believe so.
The matching game.
Yes. The match. Yes. But my brain can't wrap around that because Brian normally
he has no beard.
Looks like, let me see if I can pull this up here.
That's commitment.
Brian normally looks like this.
Oh.
And previously, and Brian's great at taking photos. He's previously looked like this, right? Really, really long. This is an ad for having a beard, by the way, like why everyone should have a beard. But then went to this. If this is real, that means he shaved other than the mustache.
Whoa.
That's
guy
commitment.
looks like he's going to grow it back tonight when he goes to bed, though. Look at him.
Right.
He's going to wake up. Look.
Yeah, that's, man. So G squared, that shocked me. When you said that, I had to go look. Wow, that is full. I don't know. And yeah, Brian's a legend. Interesting.
Wow. I mean, he looks great, but holy crap, that's a lot of beard to cut off.
Yeah, it really is. So I don't know. I'll be checking in with Brian, seeing what the deal is there. But that's pretty crazy. Pretty cool.
Wow, that is nuts.
We had someone at our party that was wearing a full like devil mask that had like a chin and like he had a spirit gum at all to his face. He just shaved his face for the Halloween party too. I was like, man, you could have, nobody asked you to do that. Like
we could have worked around it, dude. Jeez.
Did they tell you whose house you were going to? Like
Right. And Ben says, I was going down hard at Fear Factory in the pit and some 300-pound dude grabbed me and pulled me up. Not today, little buddy.
It's always the best. It's like, not today.
Oh man, that's the best one. And you'll get those 300-pound dudes that pull you up like that. And you'll get those 300-pound dudes like Wilson that want to turn you into their snuggle buddy later at the cruise, Right. You never know which way that's going to go.
Now, Sebastian, this is a great question. This is our friend overseas. And he says, can I make a super chat? So this channel is not monetized yet, but we are getting very close, you guys. By the end of today, we have a real shot at being at 800 subscribers. We're sitting at 796 right now. And it's going to require us to get to 1,000. And I know we have the watch time and we've got all the other requirements. So getting to 1,000, then we can be monetized for super chat, for ads on the channel, and start helping this company earn some money doing the stuff they already do. It's nothing different. So anybody can subscribe, share with family members and friends. Literally just need to get to 1,000 subscribers, and we are rapidly picking up pace. So it's pretty cool to see. So yeah,
what's funny too is people were asking me about that, and I remember it coming up, and just to to show them reasons behind why we do this stuff, I was like, wait, what happens when we get to 1,000? Yeah, like you get ads, the channel gets monetized, and YouTube starts driving things to it, and this and that. I was like, really?
Yep.
That's cool.
This was never an intended goal. It was never something that we're like super tracking in the background. But if Dr. Nix can have some more available money based on stuff they're already doing, I have a feeling in turn that's going to come back to you guys.
Oh, yeah. That's what it always does.
So pretty cool. X-Ray says, that's awesome. I have multiple channels. Give me a second. You're awesome, Brennan. I appreciate it.
I love it.
Brennan's awesome. And
I'll take it.
I actually, Brennan was, without any details, was showing some love for Dr. Nix in a comment section, like standing up strong for you guys. So shout out to Brennan over there. And Jason says, Fear Factory. I almost didn't let the singer on stage because he didn't have his pants on. I thought it said pants, but it's pants. That was very early.
It could have been pants or pants.
That would also be a valid reason to not let somebody on stage.
Yes, right. And yeah, thank you, Jacked Up. You're the man, dude. And Nick, you'd like this guy. He's a Michigan buddy and owns a leatherworking company. You guys would get along really well.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
And you'll definitely meet him at a competition one day.
I got to check out some of your stuff, dude. That sounds awesome. I want to see what you do.
Heck yeah. 2 more subscribers. All right, let's see. If we hit 800 during stream, that would be really cool.
And Jill wanted me to show something here. Is it on Facebook Messenger?
Yeah, you told me to send it there.
Yeah, let me
I
just,
can't get it to
I got to
focus
do
on the
the
camera.
thing, I guess, here. Hold on.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Wants me to
798.
approve a login or something.
We're getting there. So Jill, Halloween party, success,
Oh, it was
challenging.
a great success. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Tell me about it. Let me hear about the ambiance and some of the costumes.
We had Beetlejuice and Lydia, which was awesome. Bearded weirdo Dennis in here showed up in a full inflatable bear costume. Like it was a big blown up fan in the back, like couldn't walk through the door
Oh,
bear.
it was fantastic.
And
Does he
his
know-
girlfriend was Weird Barbie, which
Wait,
she did amazing.
Does Dennis know what a bear is in this community?
He wasn't that kind of bear. He brought a lady with him.
Okay. All right. That does send a good message having a woman with him. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, he was more like a honey bear. I think there was like a pot of honey. Like
Got
he
it. Got
in.
it. Dennis, just tread lightly with that beard and dressing up like a bear.
Yeah, you know, that's it's one of those
It was all
things.
hidden under there.
Yeah.
We didn't know who it was when he walked in because it was this big inflatable thing.
We had no idea.
Mm.
Actually, to be fair, I did. I knew.
You knew it was
did.
Dennis.
I did.
We had a pinata, which was funny. The girl recently broke her ankle and has 10 screws in her ankle. So everyone said it was a pinata that had already been hit.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But yeah, and then food. I like to do like themed food. So I do like mummy jalapeno poppers and like chocolate covered goose pretzels and all sorts of fun stuff. So
Okay, so does everyone want to see Jack's costume here? Oh,
Yeah.
let's see.
So G Squared said this is not the one he's talking about, but he said my wife and I, our first couple costume years ago was Beetlejuice and Lydia, and
That
then
is
this is their costume this year.
that's awesome.
Dude, it looks so good.
So good.
Oh, you guys killed it.
Yeah, it really is cool. And then he has his one right here.
Oh, dude, that's awesome, man.
I
You
love
look
the
great.
teeth are such a commitment. I was gonna do the buck teeth in the front, but I didn't think that I could commit. So G squared, I'm gonna have to hear how that went.
Yeah, he said what we do in the shadows.
Yep. Yeah, dude.
Mhm.
Oh, that is killer.
Oh, nice. Ellie, we were just talking about that. She said 5 Nights at Freddy's.
Oh, so it did. It came out. Movies usually drop on Tuesdays.
Okay,
Somebody-
so it came out today.
Mhm.
Somebody said on Peacock they think it's on.
Oh, yeah,
they
it
are
is.
streaming it.
Yeah, they're
Mhm.
streaming it the same day they're releasing it. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So speaking of Jack, he gave me a challenge this year, and I love to do homemade costumes. They're my favorite.
Okay, yeah. So to give everyone a brief preview to this, Jill says, "What do you want to be for Halloween this year? I'll make you whatever you want." And he says, "I want to be a walking, talking can of WD-40." Was Jack's answer.
Okay.
So Jill, in true Jill fashion, got to work figuring out
Okay.
base items that she could use, and then got to work on her Cricut and produced this.
Oh.
It has the mesh that's the top of the laundry. It's normally the top of the laundry basket has armholes cut in it. And so the straps over the shoulder, so he can strap this over. His head goes through the middle, and she's got a red bucket for his head to be the spray top, and then a pool noodle for the back to be the straw.
I can't glue the pool noodle on until he's standing because it obviously wouldn't sit right. But yeah, so we'll have a full photo tonight or tomorrow for you guys to see.
Yes.
Jack in his WD-40 costume.
Oh, it's
gotta see him in
fantastic.
it.
And here was Jill with Lydia and Beetlejuice at our party on Saturday.
Yep.
Oh, that's great. Look at Jill. That's crazy.
It's so good.
We have those same bats on our wall upstairs.
Do
Do
they
you
stay
really?
on?
So last year was better than this year. This year
Okay.
we tried some different things, and then we finally got them with just straight up Scotch tape. We
Okay.
tried like the double-sided, like, the foam tape. We tried
Yep.
everything. Scotch tape has worked the best for us.
Okay.
But we have those same ones. That's crazy.
That is, go figure.
Yeah, right. Of course.
That's what always happens.
Look at that. That's impressive, Jill. Yeah, that's That's full out, and I'm not kidding. Unbelievably creepy. Like unbelievably creepy.
It's so freaking creepy.
We'll
Like
get some more tonight too. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
What else do you have? Do you have anything in the yard in there? I sent you a bunch of photos.
you did send a bunch. Here, let me do this, and then I'll figure out what you got here.
Look at that. Wow, Jill's so creative. Wonderful job.
Thank you guys. It really is. It's so much fun. One year he wanted to be an Among Us character from the video game, and they make like the inflatable ones and stuff. I'm like, wouldn't it be way more fun to just do it ourselves? Like, so we did.
That's cool.
Yeah, those are like the book. Yeah, put the book up there.
Here we go. Yeah, so we went to Salem with a friend who came up and visited. So my friend Alicia surprised me randomly last week after work. She came up from Florida. It's like my sister from another mister.
Oh,
yep,
jinx.
that's Alicia. And so we went up to Salem, and so here we are, like at this oddities shop, and this is like the book from Hocus Pocus.
Mm-hmm.
And so we got some shots with that thing there, and we got some really cool stuff. Like we went to the grist mill in Plymouth; they had it all set up. We like
that's
went to
Burial Hill, Dan. That's the place that had the 8,000 stairs we were trying to take you up to.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And this is at pitch black nighttime too. I was just playing with night mode, and Jill took some of these, and then I took a few, and we both have phones that have incredible night modes on them. So we're like grabbing some shots of like the churches and stuff set up.
Yep, that's the Pilgrim Meeting House.
This
There's
was
the
like,
grist mill.
Yeah, this is the grist mill.
And that right there, speaking of Hocus Pocus, is Allison's house from the movie.
Yep, we went there.
Yeah.
Had to. They had it all lit up and glowing red for Halloween at nighttime.
So cool. Did you go to the like town hall building or?
Yep, we went to town hall, and then you had to drive to Max and Danny's house. But yeah.
Oh, there we go. I love that chair. I want that chair.
That chair is really nice.
I very much want that chair.
It was not for sale.
It was not.
Everything is for sale.
You know, that's what
we both got in the chair. We're like, take the chair.
That's what I told the lady when I asked about the Necronomicon book that was a certified copy from Evil Dead 2.
Oh,
and
wow.
She's like, if it's in the case and locked up, that means it's not for sale. I said, no, that just means the price is heavily negotiable.
Straight up.
Is that the yard right after? Oh, those things were cool. They were actual candles. Yay!
Oh, this is Jill made this. This is awesome. She took squares of plywood and then covered them in great stuff, insulation foam, and then took a skeleton and melted it with a heat gun and like bent him backwards and then screwed him onto the plywood, made him look like he's coming out of the dirt. So he's like totally movable and reusable for next year.
Wow, well done.
He came out great.
And there's Sir.
And there's a boy.
Of course.
He's not wearing his Georgie coat in this one, but he will be wearing a coat tonight.
And then, of course, Jill's awesome decorations on our mantle.
I got to send you a picture because ours are about identical.
Dude, that's
what, your
hilarious.
mantle?
Yeah,
I can imagine.
That's crazy.
Yeah, all kinds of fun Halloween stuff here.
Oh.
Kids at a party. We don't know what's in these messages from Jill. We just got random. Okay, and back to the beginning.
Yeah, there you go.
Love it.
I love a good show and tell.
Love it.
Super fun.
Do you guys ever do scare pranks on each other?
I mean, yeah.
Only harmless ones.
Only harmless.
No switching the hard-boiled eggs and the regular eggs.
Oh.
We don't do that.
No, none of that. No messy pranks.
No, just jump scares.
Okay.
Yep. She gets me all the damn time, though.
So I get Sam all the time, but literally have never tried. Never once have I intentionally scared her. But I come around the corner to ask her a question, and she's like getting ready, and every time is a jump.
She's like, jeez.
She calls me a ninja, and I'm 6'3", 225. There's nothing ninja about me. I'm not.
You're like, I wasn't exactly sneaking up on you.
I'm not even graceful, so like, it doesn't even work. So no, we don't do them either. But what kind of phones do you guys have? They've been having fun with the pro mode on night with his Galaxy.
Oh, yeah. So she uses Galaxy S23 Ultra, which is what I was on until recently. I switched over to an iPhone 15 Pro Max.
You went over to the dark side.
The blue bubbles.
Blue bubbles. I texted Dan, and you guys would not believe how excited he was to finally be able to share photos and videos back and forth with me.
Dude,
I'd send Dan a photo and it would be all pixelated. He'd send me one and it wouldn't download. Now all of a sudden we can do it. And I'm like, this is easy.
Oh, it's so nice. Like, there's pros and cons to everything you do. And Android has a lot of pros.
It does.
The pros of iPhone, it's so easy.
You know what
It's
the pro is
crazy.
for me? It's literally because even when you're going between Androids, like if I had when we were sending stuff back and forth, we'd have to use Facebook Messenger to send each other photos because
Yep.
they would never send full resolution with Google Messages RCS. And so I don't know why Google is so apprehensive to switch to something that's better than RCS. And I also don't know why iPhone with iMessage doesn't also support RCS, because that would
Right.
be an easy fix to be able to get rich media between the two. But
They don't want to, you know.
they don't want to, because it's a
No.
big selling point for Apple is
Yep.
iMessage. And Android just hasn't figured that out well enough yet for us. We never got it working, but then doing it natively with iPhones is easy.
It's so nice.
But I had no choice, guys. Like Apple approached me. I didn't approach them. They came after me because Apple, their business managers are tasked with going after cybersecurity companies to get people who do cybersecurity to show up with their hardware to meetings. And so literally it's nothing more than they want people that fix ransomware to show up and open a laptop and have it have an Apple logo on the back. And so they basically gave me a fully loaded MacBook Pro with the M2 Max chips in it, 96 gigs of RAM, 38 GPU cores, 32 CPU cores, 2 terabytes of storage, 16-inch. They got the Apple Watch Ultra 2, the iPhone 15, earbuds. They basically loaded me up with the whole thing. And they were like, if you do it, we'll give you new stuff again in 2 years. And we'll make it all tax-free and give you a deduction. I was like, well, okay, fine.
I love this. This is why Brennan and I go back and forth.
So, let's see. Covered my arm in fake blood yesterday and walked into the bathroom where my wife was, and she asked if she could get me a Band-Aid. She freaked out.
That's so good.
Oh, dude, that's classic.
We covered our downstairs bathroom in these fake blood vinyl decals that can just peel right off. And we got Jack coming home that week. He's like, what happened in here?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's freaking fantastic.
Oh my God, I love the Peter Pan one and Captain Hook. That's super cute.
Oh, that's super good.
I saw the burgers from the side. I'm like, were you guys burgers?
Right.
But it's Bob's Burgers. You can see underneath that.
Oh, there we go. We got the tray.
Yeah. That is so
Oh, and
cute.
those are cupcake burgers.
Yeah, that's super cute.
Oh, I love it.
I love it.
Thanks for sharing, G Square. That's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome.
Send us all your Halloween costumes.
And Ruben, what's it like doing cybersecurity stuff on a Mac? It's great. I mean, I run Parallels, so anything that I need to run that's Windows based, I still run it in the background with Parallels. But honestly, everything else is a little easier because everything is native to a bash shell. You know, you got your terminal window that's, you know, runs all your Linux shell commands right there natively. So a lot of the third-party tools I needed on Windows, I actually don't need on the Mac. I was actually just talking about that last night. A lot of it's more native, which is great. And one thing I'll say that's really nice, honestly, it's the stupidest thing. It's the battery life. It's the ability to have low and high voltage cores, and the software gets to utilize both. Like I get 16 hours usable on a battery on this MacBook, where on my XPS that I was using before, fully loaded also with an RTX 3080, it was a beast. It's what I'm on right now. And that thing gets like 3 to 4 hours of battery. So 16 hours of battery compared to 4 makes my life on the road much easier.
That's amazing.
No dual booting. It doesn't support it anymore. Once they switched away from Intel chips, you can't dual boot. You can only use Parallels because the M2 chips don't support Boot Camp anymore.
And then Brendan adds on, he says she freaked out for that, but when he actually broke his rib 2 weeks ago, she rolled her eyes.
Well, that's because what, Brennan, you're in your 30s now. You probably coughed and broke a rib because that's like, those are the things that we have to worry about once you hit 30. It's like, oh no.
You're right.
Or like getting out of bed. And that's like where most injuries happen is getting out of
reaching
bed.
for water in the middle of the night.
Buckling. Oh.
So true.
The
so
horror.
True. Oh man. All right, guys. It is time to wrap it up on that note. Next week, we will be live here at 1 p.m. Eastern with the reflections and pictures and videos of our experience at the U.S. National Beard Competition. And I cannot wait. I don't know what stories we're going to have yet, but I promise you we will have stories. If we get together, there will be stories.
Who knows, though, man? The shenanigans will unfold.
Mm-hmm.
And since I won't be there to congratulate or, you know, get you guys all hyped, or commiserate, because in X-ray, I wish you guys the best of luck in your categories, and I can't wait to hear how it went. So
Heck yes. All right, guys. Next week, be here. We're going to talk all about that, and then a little thing to put on your calendar. The following week, we're going to do a shop tour. New, updated, check out everything, and talk about what's coming for the rest of the fall and winter. It's going to be good, you guys. All right, Nick, go ahead and, sorry, Viking Nick.
That's right. I was going to
Jill.
say, Dr. Nick, who's that?
Yeah. Jilly
We ate
wise.
him earlier.
Go ahead and give him the grand goodbye.
Oh, man. Well, everyone, thanks for joining us on Halloween, our favorite day of the year. Happy Halloween to you guys. Have a safe, fun night. And yeah, hopefully we're going to have some fun stories, and hopefully we have some good news, or who knows, maybe I even get to take something home with me to show it to you guys, and we get to celebrate next week. So we'll either be celebrating or commiserating, one of the two. But either way, we're going to do it together next week, Tuesday, 1 o'clock. Be there.
Happy Halloween,
Halloween.
everyone.